Right now it's 10:19. The taste of greens in the morning, but like really cold and juiced. Okay guys, so this is the foundation right here that we're going to be talking about today. This foundation offers a mattifying solution for oily, blemish-prone complexions. This comes in 24 different shades. It is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. It is supposed to be long wearing, lightweight. It also has pore blurring technology, which is supposed to leave your skin looking very airbrushed. I did get mine in the shade F6, which is light medium with neutral warm undertones. Please excuse my nails, you guys, but this is it right here. This is the pore blurring full coverage liquid foundation. I'm gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base. This is just going to further hydrate my skin. For half of my face, I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques expert face brush, and then for the other half I'm going to be using the e.l.f. sponge. This does come in a squeezy tube, so I'm just going to dot this all over my skin. Okay, so it looks a little light and it looks a little pink. Oh, it's kind of oxidizing actually as we speak. Okay, so I went ahead and applied a couple dots on my skin. I'm going to go in with a brush and let's blend this out. You guys are able to tell, but the foundation is very light. I want to say I could have gotten a shade darker or 0.5 darker. I'm gonna have to make it work this time, but if you guys go by my shade, I would go with the 6.5 as long as it's like a warm undertone, or the next one up from that. This is the side with the brush. As you guys can see, I feel like it gave me high medium coverage. I still wouldn't say it's a full coverage foundation, even though I went with the brush. Maybe I like it better with the sponge. Who knows? We'll see right now. But this is it right here. It still gave me pretty good coverage. So this is the side with the foundation, and then voila, there's like nothing. My rosacea is like peeking through today. It's usually not that intense, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go in with the sponge. Same thing. I'm going to dot a couple of dots on my skin. Does feel a little bit more hydrating on the side with the sponge, but I feel like that's because the sponge, it's damp. It actually looks about the same in both sides. I like both sides. I don't really much see a difference, so I'm just going to pat this all over. I'm not going to drag it down my neck. I know it doesn't match my neck, you guys, but because I have all this going on right here, I don't know what. Like, I feel like something bit me this morning, or I don't know, I'm allergic to something. Pretty darn flawless around my pore area, that I will say. So I give it that. It actually looks flawless all around. On my chin, it kind of looks heavy, but I feel like everything is just going to blend together once I finish the rest of my face. So I do want to go ahead and build this up a tad bit, so I'm just going to apply some right here, just so we can see how well it builds. It actually builds pretty nicely. I like it. I like it so far. It doesn't look as drying as with the brush, that I will say. And I feel like it's because of the sponge. This is my face with, I want to say, like 2 layers of foundation. I feel like it did give me now full coverage. But I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'm going to see if I set this one with the powder or not, and then I'll come back, give you guys a little bit of an update, and then we'll do a check-in later. So I'll catch you guys in a second. Alright guys, so I went ahead and popped on some lashes, some lipstick, a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of highlight. Now, something I am noticing is that I look white. So the shade is definitely off. F6 is definitely, I want to say, more of like for light skin tones with neutral undertones. I don't see this as a warm. I don't see any type of warm. I'm sure you guys can tell on camera it's a little bit off. It's definitely more on like the super lighter side. I like something a little bit more on the yellow side, a little bit more warm. Right now it is 11:03. I'll probably not have lashes by the time you guys see me next time, because yeah, I have a lot of like cooking to do, so yeah. For some weird reason, I love how this side looks with the brush. You cannot see like any pore peeking through, whereas on this side you can see my pore area right here. It's not too intense, but you can see it, and it almost looks heavy, like heavy underneath my eye. Me using a brush on this side, I feel like with the brush I actually like press the product into my pore area, whereas on this side with the beauty blender it's just like laid on top, if that makes sense. Even though at the beginning I was liking the finish more on this side, now that I have my powder on and everything, I like this side better. So I definitely like the side with the brush better. I just went ahead and used my NYX HD Banana powder underneath of my eyes, and on this side of here I used the Wet n Wild translucent powder. That is it that is on my skin. Alright guys, so those are my thoughts so far. I feel like with this foundation I definitely need to let it sit on my skin, let it warm up to my skin. I also went ahead and set everything with the I Love Revolution Peaches and Cream Fixing Spray that I've been obsessing over. I love this stuff. I can literally like drench my skin in this. It smells so delicious, like Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my juice, get my cooking on, do a little bit of cleanup here, edit today's video, which I have to edit that video that's gonna go live today. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my stuff, and then I'll come back later, give you guys a little bit of an update and let you guys know what I think of it. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I am back. Where's the foundation? Here you are. Alright guys, so I am back. Whoa, what happened to me? I look like a complete mess. I look like a complete disaster, but that's okay. We're here for the review, and the review only. Back to the foundation. My face right now looks pretty darn oily. I don't know if you guys are able to tell, but it's pretty oily. I do want to say that I still prefer the side with a brush because I feel like it does look a little bit more matte. It's completely rubbed off on my upper lip, around my nose. It looks a little bit heavy and accentuated. My lines are pretty prominent. I'm pretty sure you guys can see. Overall, I feel like I really like it. And then underneath my eyes, it's like hella cringy. They're like, ooh. Overall, I feel like it's not a long wearing foundation. Mattifying, I feel like it's not as mattifying. I feel like dry skin people can definitely take advantage of it. At the beginning, it does feel pretty nice and matte on the skin, but I feel like as time passed by and as the foundation started to like warm into my skin, I feel like it just started to get more of like a radiant dewy finish. So I definitely don't think it's like completely matte. I think you can build it to full coverage. I don't think it's long wearing at all. Maybe because I used a more hydrating primer, maybe I could use a little bit more of like a mattifying primer, but I wouldn't say this is a long wearing foundation. Airbrushed, no. Pore blurring, yes. So yeah guys, overall I feel like I would give this from like a 1 to a 10, 10 being like the best. I feel like I would give it a 6. I don't think it's like the worst foundation I've ever tried, and I don't think it's the best either. I'm still going to continue to use this because I like it. I really do like it. I just feel like I wished it was a little bit more long wearing on my skin. That was my review on the brand new matte base pore blurring full coverage foundation. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're gonna pick it up. For the mega concealer review coming up right after this foundation. So subscribe if you're not yet a part of our Tea Squad family. And yeah guys, with that being said, if you like my reviews, don't forget to thumbs up the video. And I will catch you guys in my next video very soon. Bye guys.